game like Buffalo, where obviously you have to do things better, but then a game like Vancouver, where you have 50-something shots, and I guess you don't want to change that much other than getting some goals in.
Yeah, I think that's fair to say. I mean, obviously, we made some mistakes throughout that game that allowed them to score. But yeah, we did enough good things in that game to give ourselves a chance to win. We did everything but score. Power play was good. But I think we're well past that game, obviously now, and so we're just focused on being really good here tonight in all regards.
What's the outlook for Andre and for Rasmus as it pertains to tonight?
Rasmus is still not feeling well, so he's not in the building here today. With Andre, I think he's going to get some more tests and things done here today. He's not skating today. He got through practice yesterday and felt good, but not in a position where he was going to play tonight. So they're just going to use the time to get a little more of a sense of what might be happening.
So Nick will be with John and Willie.
Yes.
And what are you looking for Robertson in this game? What would constitute a good game for him?
A good game is when the puck comes to him, then he makes a good play with it and puts the puck in good spots, whether that's in the hands of his teammates or putting it on the net or putting it in a place where the guys can get it back and stay on offense and then hold up his end of the bargain competitively and defensively.
Was this by design, Sheldon, to get him going on the Spezza line and move him up a bit, or is it just a matter of circumstances?
A little bit of both. I think the intention of bringing him here, as I said, was just there was an opportunity with Cash's situation, and Muzzin's situation, and then we wanted to just get him here, be him around our group, and kind of see where he's at. We've liked some of the things that he's done, and want to see it now, what it looks like playing higher in the lineup and with different players and different matchups and all those kind of things. It's just a matter of continuing really to, I guess evaluate is the right word, for if you're a young guy like him coming off of a real bad injury, just get a sense of where he's at and how that might look. And then at the same time, gives me an opportunity, I've been looking for more from our fourth line, frankly, and having Kerfoot, down there, I think gives a real opportunity for some stability, with those guys, and, we want to see how that looks.
Where do you think Jack's game is at on the mental side of things? And when a player wears his heart on his sleeve the way he does, you have to sort of approach him differently when things aren't going well?
Yeah, I mean, I think he's had enough time here from the last game to clear his head. And, the way this league works with the way the games come at you, you do forget about games pretty quickly. I know I certainly have, so it's an opportunity for him to come out here in front of our fans. And, last time Jack played in front of our fans, he was outstanding, and the fans, learned to appreciate that and acknowledge that, and they're a big part of that. So I'm sure they're going to welcome him back in the building here nicely tonight. It's a good chance for him to just get back rolling.
What have you noticed about him, if anything, in the time that he's had now off? Has there been anything different, or is it business as usual?
I would say it's business as usual. He's just, he and Steve Breer just continue to, get to work. And like I said, we've given him time. Peter plays back-to-back starts for the first time and gives a little more time for Jack to settle and clear his head and just get back to his game and the foundation, the fundamentals, and all those kind of things. As we've talked about, I think a lot of this is mental. So, you take that break and, like I said, come back here in front of our home fans and refresh, ready to go.
John obviously created the goal that led to the winner in Washington, but 14, he likes to score goals. Do you get the sense that it's weighing on him at some point?
I think we've had that sense through this, but I think he's over that now. I think he's got a pretty good perspective here when I've talked to him of just focusing on doing little things well, making sure his line's good defensively, and trying to make plays when it's on his stick, not overthinking it and trying to force offense or force shots. I think the goals you're referencing in Washington, not just the game winner, but the play on Nylander's goal or in the first period, those are times where that's the right play to make at those times, and you earn those through competitiveness, and you get the puck back, and then you need to make a highly skilled play. And he shows the ability to do that. So just focusing on that is the right thing. And we've looked at it. We've gone through a lot of his scoring chances that he's had through this little stretch. And, the amount of looks and shots that he's had is not way off of where he's been throughout his career. Just the puck hasn't gone in quite a while. So just stay with it. It is going to go in, but there's a lot more things that happen in a game that impact winning that we need John to lead the way there. Offense, it hasn't really been a downfall for our group, mainly because of the play of the Matthews line. So let's just make sure a lot of the other areas of our game are good. And that doesn't go just for John, that's everybody all the way through. Like even a night like the other night when we're not scoring as a team against Buffalo, let's not sacrifice other areas of our game and then start to slip and open the game up. And that's when it goes from being a 1-1 game to a 3-1 game to a 5-1 game. So that's just a pretty good example of, what we need from all of our players, but certainly John as our captain as he's going through this, to just stay patient, stay with it, trust your abilities, and it'll come.
Playing his 1,000th game tonight, off the ice really as a coach, what kind of resources mean to you, running this team just as an older guy, a veteran?
Yeah, he's been great. I talked a bit about it yesterday, just with the spirit and passion that he has. He's got great energy about him, great stories. Obviously, he's been around a long time. There's not much that Wayne speaks of that doesn't come from a place of passion, and that's just through everything that he's been through and the way he's come out the other side of it, and just the type of competitor that he is brings a lot to our group in that sense. He backs it up with his effort on the ice. So yeah, he's been really good in that way, really from the first time I ever met him, which was just in my office over here in free agency when we were looking to sign him, and from just having that conversation with him was pretty clear as a has the type of character that you want to bring into your room.
How do you put that number in perspective? Okay. 1,000 games.
For a guy like me that struggled to get to 100, it's tough to put it in perspective. Other than to know part of his journey for myself was referenced a bit yesterday. He played out in what was the CJHL out in Ottawa at the time, and for Rockville Braves, and seeing him there as a guy that was coming in and really working to find his way, and then going to the OHL late, undrafted, all those kind of things, and to now me playing 1,000 games and playing your 1,000th game here in Toronto in front of his family and everything is an incredible accomplishment for him that he should be absolutely proud of, and we're fortunate we get to celebrate with him.
Feel like it could be a rallying point for tonight's game in terms of the energy. We saw the guys were wearing the special shirts when they're coming in for their press today.
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah, I know the guys, like I said, are excited for him. I think it's puck drops and all that kind of stuff sort of fizzles out and you play the game, but certainly there's a little more buzz around the locker room this morning and stuff. So anytime you get something like that kind of is different and new throughout the schedule, I think is a good thing. So the guys should be ready today for sure.
From a coaching perspective, how much do you drill down with the guys about the mistakes against Buffalo, or do you just kind of toss it out as just not indicative of how?
We didn't talk necessarily. I talk about the things that I think are recurring themes. The one-off stuff, you kind of throw those out, but things that are recurring, and there was a couple of the goals that we gave up the other night that were recurring themes and things we have been talking about and need to continue to get better at. And then a lot of times when I say it's a recurring theme, it's because it's happened other times and the puck just didn't happen to go in our net. We don't ignore those, because that's the beauty of the game, right? You've got to be consistent. You got to do it right every single time, because you don't know when that mistake is gonna cost you. So you're trying to minimize mistakes. So that's really what we focused on, and I think we ended up showing more clips where the puck didn't actually go in our net, but just things that if we don't clean up, it's going to hurt our chances of protecting our net.
JT Miller comes in on riding a long point streak. What's this challenge he presents tonight defensively for you guys?
Competitive guy, versatile offensively, can score from distance, can score in the rush, can score on the offensive zone, can deflect and tip pucks around the net. He's a versatile guy. Power play, penalty kill, face-offs. There's a lot of things for them, and the way they have their lineup set up now, they're obviously very deep through the middle of the ice. So not just him, but Pettersson, Horvat. Like there's some centers there that present real challenges for us, and they're getting good support on the wings and good skill there too. So it's a lineup for us. We got to do a job defensively for sure, and try to stress them on defense as much as we can.
What's the nature of Cash's injury?
Upper body.